Welcome students. As you know, we are discussing electric potential, and in previous lecture we had discussed about equipotential surface. Today we are going to take a very important topic. This is the relation between electric field and potential. Note down the point. Relation between electric field and potential. For this we can normally, if we go through normal formula, we know that formula E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square. This is the electric field, and we know the potential V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R. Okay. If we see here, then we notice that electric field E is equal to, it could be written as R square, could be written as R into R, and this is the potential. You can see this is the potential. So formula E is equal to what? V upon R. It means it will be something as like this. Okay, now this is not exact answer, but I am giving you a rough idea. Electric field E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square. R square means R into R. This is the electric field. V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R. This is the potential. If we put the value of that is V, so it will be V upon what? R. E is equal to V upon R. This is the rough idea about relation between electric field and potential. Okay, now we will go through the question, and our question is relation between E and V, and that is formula is very important. E is equal to minus dV upon dr. This is the formula on which we have to work. Note down the formula. E is equal to minus dV upon dr. It is as like V upon R, but minus sign shows the potential gradient. This is called dV upon dr, is also known as potential gradient. Note down all points. So our aim is E is equal to minus dV upon dr. This is the electric field and this is the potential, and this is the relation between electric field and potential. Okay. Now let's suppose any charge is there, Q charge, and yesterday I told there are some surfaces are there. Let's suppose these surfaces are S1, this surface is what? S2. You better know. Such type of surfaces is called equipotential surface. You better know. They are equipotential surface. Let's suppose at this potential is V. This is plus Q charge. Let's suppose the potential at S1 surface is V. This is called equipotential surface. Everywhere potential will be V. When we move away, potential little decreases. And let's suppose at this point, this is point A and this is point B, and here potential is V minus dV. Another surface V minus 2 dV, another surface V minus 3 dV. You better know, as soon as V moves away, potential regularly decreases for positive charge, but for negative charge it is increases. Okay, but we are taking here positive charge. So let's suppose we are considering two surfaces, S1 and S2. These surfaces are called equipotential surface. Equipotential surface. So potential on S1 is V, the potential on S2 is V minus dV. Let's suppose this surface is at R distance, and this is maintaining R plus what? dr. We can assume it. This surface is at R distance and this surface is at R plus dr. Okay. Okay. Now, if Q naught charge, this is the test charge, is brought from point B to point A. Note down the point. If Q naught charge is brought from B to A, since this is plus charge, plus will repel the plus as like force F, and we are trying to bring the charge Q naught from one point to another point, and let's suppose work done is what? Command dW. This is the all matters about this one. Plus Q charge, we are assuming two surfaces S1 and S2. The potential at S1 is V, the potential at S2 is V minus dV. If Q naught charge brought from B to A, and the work done is what? dW, and no doubt it is a repulsive force, and the displacement between two surfaces will be, this is R plus dr, so that distance will be what? Come on, dr. Okay, this is the all equipments what we need. Okay, so according to definition of electric potential difference, we know that VA minus VB is equal to W upon Q naught. We know the formula from class 10th standard. VA minus VB is equal to W upon Q naught. Okay, so what will be VA? Potential at A is V. V minus what a potential at P point V minus dV. So it will be V minus dV equal to work done is dW upon we are bringing charge what? Q naught. V will cancel out. Where is the point? What are dW? Work done is dW equal to Q naught cross multiply minus plus Q naught dV. Equation number first. By definition of electric potential difference. Okay. Now, second, according to class 11th, work done is equal to dW is equal to work is equal to force into displacement. How much force is acting there? F. So it will be F displacement in dr and what? Cos theta, and theta is what? 180 degree. You better know. This is the repulsive force you are bringing inside. Force is working outside, so it will be 180 degree. Cos 180 is equal to minus 1. So dW is equal to minus what? Minus F into dr. Okay, but we know the formula. Electric field E is equal to F upon Q naught. We know the formula. This is the definition. Q naught. This is the definition of electric field. We know. Okay, so put the value of F from here. So we will get dW is equal to minus the value of F cross multiply minus Q naught E into dr. This is equation number what? Second. Very easily we got two equations. Equation first and equation second. Now we will combine them. What we get here? Left equal, so right will be equal. We will get minus Q naught E dr equal to minus Q naught E dr equal to Q naught into what? dV. Q naught will be cancel out, and we will get exact answer E equal to, it will be minus will shift here, minus dV upon dr. This is the relation between electric field and potential difference. Note down all points. E is equal to minus dV upon dr, where dV upon dr is called potential gradient, and it is a vector quantity. Note down, it is a vector quantity. Potential is a scalar quantity, while potential gradient is vector quantity, because potential gradient is equal to the electric field. That's why it is a vector quantity. So this is very important topic, relation between electric field and potential, and you can do many numericals based on this. Okay, so this is all about this one. Okay, let's suppose in that manner some question is given as like here. Let's suppose V is equal to 4x plus 5, that is given, and I ask find the electric field at 1 meter. Okay, so very easily we can get E is equal to minus dV upon dx. Such type of numerical given in different books. Is equal to minus d upon dx of what? D upon dx of V. What a value of V? 4x plus 5. You differentiate it, you will get minus 4, and differentiation of 5 will be 0. So answer will be minus 4. So it will be minus 4 volt per meter. So such type of numerical we can do, or we can attempt by this formula. So E is equal to minus dV upon dr or minus dV upon dx. What is the need you can create there, and this will be the answer for this. Okay, so this is all about your relation between electric field and potential. Okay, one more question we'll solve. If electric, we are taking a sphere, one more concept is there, and it is charged by plus q. You better know, when any spherical conductor, hollow sphere charge, total charge uniformly distributed on the surface. You better know. So inside the surface, q is equal to 0. If q is equal to 0, so electric field is equal to 0, no doubt. If q 0, electric field is 0, but by that formula, E is equal to minus dV upon dr. Electric field is 0, is equal to minus dV upon dr. So V is equal to what? Come on, constant. This is very important point. Inside this sphere, charge is 0, electric field is 0, but potential remains what? Come on, potential remains constant. Potential is not 0. Don't go through that point. If charge is 0, potential will be 0. No, this is wrong answer. Okay, charge is 0, electric field is 0, electric field is 0, V will put here, electric field is 0. So V dV upon dr is equal to 0. So V remains constant by formula, you better know. So potential remains constant, and if we trace graph for potential, we will get as like this. Many times these questions asked. See here, it will be constant. It will be constant inside the surface, and outside when we increase the distance, potential decreases. This is the potential and R graph. And similarly for electric field, you better know inside electric field 0, your graph will start from here. This is the graph for electric field and distance. So this is the difference between potential and R and electric field and R. You are getting here potential remains what? Constant. When we increase the distance, potential decreases. V inversely proportional to R. Here V E inversely proportional to R square. But inside no graph is found for electric field because inside electric field is 0. So this is the conceptual points for potential and what? Electric field. Okay. So one more question today we'll consider, that is called electric potential energy. Note down the point. Electrical potential energy. As like gravitational potential energy, we will find here electrical potential energy. Okay. Note down the definition. It is the amount of work done. It is the amount of work done to assembling the charge. To assembling the charge from infinite into their location. From infinite into their location is called electrical potential energy. It is the work done to assembling the charge from infinite. All time we will bring the charge from infinite into their location is called electrical potential energy. Okay. Now we will find for different manner. So number 1, for two system of charge. Okay, now see there, if Q1 charge is brought from infinite, see there, Q1 charge is brought from infinite and we establish the charge Q1 here, no another charge is there. So now first point, work done, W1 is equal to 0. Note down the point. Q1 charge from infinite be kept there. Since no another charge is there, so no interaction will took place. So total work done will be 0. Let's suppose another charge is brought from infinite and this charge is Q2 and it is established at R distance. It is established at R distance. So it becomes two system of charge. So how much work done will be there? So we know the formula. V is equal to W upon Q. So W is equal to VQ. So W2 is equal to, W1 was 0, what is W2? No, see there, the concept is if any charge is previously present, it will provide the potential for second charge. Once again, since Q1 is present already and we are bringing the Q2, the Q1 will provide the electric field and potential for Q2. It will provide the potential. Try to understand what I am saying. Which charge is already present there and we are bringing newly charged, so present charge will provide the potential for coming new charge, coming newly charged. So note down the formula. So W2 is equal to, we modify the formula, W is equal to VQ. So W1 is equal to, Q1 is already present there, so it will provide the potential V1 and we are bringing the charge what? Q2. Q2 be brought from infinite and Q1 is already present there, present there, so it will create the potential. How much potential created by Q1? It will be V1 into what? Q2. So it become W2 is equal to, the value of V1 you better know, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 upon R and multiply by here what? Q2. Okay, so how much work done will be there? Total work done W1 plus W2. You better know potential energy U is equal to what? W1 plus W2. So U is equal to, this is 0, directly we will be get 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R. This is the potential energy for two system of charge, or directly we can do Q1 Q2 upon R. But this is the method of what? Assembling. You listen the definition. Total work done to assembling the charge from infinite into their location, that is called electrical potential energy, and our formula U is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R. But this is the method by which we can get the answer. Okay, one more is there. Okay, note down all these points. Let's suppose we are trying for not two system. Second question, that question asked in board exam many times. Three system of charge. Okay, so first charge we brought, see here, from infinite, that charge is Q1. So note down what value? W1 is equal to 0. better no interaction is there. Second charge be brought from infinite, and let's suppose this charge is what, Q2, and it is situated at R12. Let's suppose distance is R12. So note down what formula is there. W2 is equal to V, Q1 is already present, it will provide the potential for Q2, so it will be what, V1 into Q2. Okay, we are bringing another charge from infinite, and that charge is what, Q3, and we are trying to assemble, as you written the definition, we are trying to assemble them. So let's suppose this distance is 1 and 3, this is R13 and this is what, R23. So what are the W3? W3 is equal to what we get here, both V1 into Q3, V1 into Q3 plus V2, Q2 already present, it will be what, V2 into what, Q3. So what the total work done? W is equal to V1 Q2 plus V1 Q3 plus, okay, it will be V2 and charge is what, brought Q3. So it will be V2 into what, we get Q3. So we will put the value, V1 value 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 upon R12 and it will be Q2 is there, plus V1 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 upon R13, distance is R13 and here multiply by Q3, plus V2 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q2, its charge is Q2 upon R23 and multiply by what, Q3. So this is the electrical potential energy for 3 system of charge. So that's all for today.